perfect timing, E. You had a director like sliding you in just in the nick of time.
What's up, y'all?
Hey,
What's
hey.
What's
What's
up,
up, D? What's up,
DXD?
Jason?
What's up,
What's going on,
guys?
everybody?
Does it seem like we haven't been on for like a month?
Yes.
It does.
Kind of
does.
Seems like we haven't been on for 2 weeks.
What's up,
No,
BK?
it just seems like a while
What up,
ago.
sis? Tucci. Morgan Allen, that's my sister.
Yay.
Oh, what's up, Morgan?
Hey, Morgan.
She's my stepsister, but she's my sister. So yeah, she
I'm
also
sorry,
does art.
Morgan. I'll apologize right now.
Does that make her a sister from another mister? Or
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah.
And another mom. So
that's
There
a
you go.
T-shirt. That's definitely a
Hi,
T-shirt.
Tammy. Hi,
sister
Dondo.
from another mister.
what's up, Don?
I am-
Yo,
Guys.
look at my new cup. I'm so excited. It's
Oh.
amazing.
That is
I love
totally
it.
you, B.
I love it.
I'm
What's
a
up,
little
Luke?
struggling right now with Dondo's Mad Mutant spray can I got to do for him. I'm like struggling with it.
Struggling to figure out like an idea.
Yeah, it's such a good piece. Like he sent me a really good one, and I don't want to ruin it. I'm just like, dang.
Come on now. You're gonna kill it.
It's gonna look cool some
Tucci's wondering where that T-shirt she gifted you is.
Well, first off, two reasons. One, it's not handy. It's in my car. Two, she got me a child small, and I don't think I could put my arm through one of the sleeves.
to be fair, she asked me what size she thought you wore, and I told her the right size, and then she deferred and went to Cast, and then
Yes, which that.
Yeah,
She should learn better to go to Cast on any advice of anything.
Yeah.
You got to put it on though. We have to see.
You'll never see it on me.
Only
Like
the OnlyFans page gets to see.
Yeah, that you have to pay for that picture.
Is it like a crop top?
It's pretty much a half top. Yeah.
Perfect. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what's up, everybody? What all did we? I know E's been like working his tail off getting a new custom. E is like everybody wants E in custom shows now.
Oh my god, I don't know why, but yeah,
It's dope. That's why.
I think we need to see a little bit of it. E.
No, not happening.
Come on,
E.
No, it's taped. You can't even see anything right now. No.
You'll see it tomorrow.
It's glued.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told B yesterday. I said, "Yeah, he's gonna pull up to the parking lot Thursday and still gonna be painting it." Hold on,
I'm gonna have Tosca markers and just like walking into the venue. No, it'll get done. I'm just
you guys, Ditto, did you pick up anything this week?
Not really. I mean, I did get this last week, which I guess I didn't get to show off.
Nice. Did you?
Have you drank it yet?
The Ghost Rose. No, I'm not really a coffee drinker. I just got it for the aesthetic, really, I think.
All right, so send me the you can keep the bag. Just send me the coffee. I want the coffee.
You can have the coffee.
It's nice because we have that too. And every time I like bend down or go to one of these shelves, I get like a whiff of that coffee.
It smells good.
I love the smell.
I did also get I won a little prize from Kick Punch Bite, and I got the mouth figure, so that came in last.
Oh, see, I don't have that yet. I got my other two up here, little chilling out over here.
Nice.
Yeah, I love these boxes, but they're very difficult to open. I should.
No, Ditto, it's super easy. All you do is just stick your fingers in the side of it. Yeah, like that, but face it down, shake it a couple times, and it'll
bend it
out.
You have to like shake it.
Just once or twice, and it should start. But you got to keep your fingers in it for a second while you're doing that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so it's just once you get that little air suction off, it's golden.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? Air suction.
Air suction.
Right, hold on a minute.
What's up, Gio? What's up, Graham?
I need to go get what we got this week. I'll be right back.
What do we get?
The DXC piece.
Boom.
Pull that bad boy out there. Let me see
the
that
drips.
thing. Did he sign it for you?
Yeah, you just see Ditto shaking, and then that suction. Like what? It's so dope, man. He killed it. You know, I love anything with drips. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I don't think you signed it because I think that's on the figure.
So real quick before I see Rux in the green room, so we'll bring him on in a bit. Oh, cool.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh snap! Yeah, I got mine too. I have a pile of mail that I haven't opened. So
Thank you, D.
Yeah.
I love these. So DXE, shout out to her. Beautiful.
So before we bring Ruxy on, he's putting his hair up as we speak. He's doing his hair and makeup.
On the whole,
Can you guys give us a little like what's going to be going on or what you guys plan on doing tomorrow night?
Yeah. So we are going to be in Austin at South by Southwest. It's a big event in Austin. It's a multi-day event, multi-week event, actually.
Technically, it's the biggest music festival in the world. If you want to consider it as a music festival, it's huge. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it.
Yep.
But it's also like art. It's networking for tons of different things. So anyways, Mouth is hosting a Kick Punch Bite custom show there, where he's going to have some artists that are going to be live. Some of the Texas artists that are on the pieces that he has available on his website. And they are going to be there live doing art. And so E and I are going to be down there kind of repping DT4 and getting to like maybe jump on an interview with a few of the artists. More than likely, we'll do it as like an IG live type stream. But we're just kind of going with the flow on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We made DT4 stickers, which
we have one.
I kept an extra. So we'll have DT4 stickers to pass out to people, stuff about the creatives.
So Mouth's going to have goodie bags, from what we understand. He's going to have goodie bags, and we're going to put some DT4 swag in there. Sticker. So
right here, these stickers.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but there
it
goes. Kerchow. Shout out to Red for
stickers.
helping us get those made. So that's our first official DT4 merch. Besides the cow, the one that Sketch and Jason helped make. But yeah.
Cool. So that'd be fun. I can't wait to be around for that, for some live feeds from the DT4 live Instagram.
So you're telling us we need to be at the ready for some IG lives, probably.
Yeah, go ahead and book your flight right now.
Let's go.
And you're gonna
I almost did it. When he told us about it, I almost did it. But the flights were, when I looked, there was too short of a time frame.
Yeah. I on the other hand did not. Almost.
Grim.
One time I ate a gummy bear from the goodie bag at the planetarium laser light show. Never been the same.
I want to go to a planetarium laser light show. That sounds fun.
So so that's going to be cool. We got that. We have so if you guys are not following the DT4 live _live Instagram, make sure you guys are by tomorrow, so you guys can get on there with EMB.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to see all the UBE Rock, Sketch. Who else? Mouth. Who else has pieces in there?
I think. There's one other artist that
Helicask one.
There you go.
The one he posted. Right?
Yep. Yeah. But I think there I don't know. There may be a few more because he said in others. So who knows? It'll be fun.
We all put a custom domer in there, and that'll be fun to see everybody together on one show. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. And it'll kind of be, so it starts actually during the daytime, 1 p.m. Central, and then it goes through like the whole day / evening. So who knows what time we'll be hopping on, making appearances.
All throughout the day.
So stay tuned for that. They're gonna have live painting and everything, right?
You guys will be going live on the DT4 IG, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And I heard from Mouth today. He called me and we talked a little bit about I'm doing a website, so he's kind of helping me with that. But he said that the weather's supposed to be great, and he's gonna try to do it outside. Everything's gonna be outside and kind of fun.
Cool.
So be ready.
Nice.
It'll be fun. So yeah.
What's up, yes.
So we got a cool guest on tonight. One that we've known for, gosh, it seems like it's been forever, right? Like years and years.
Yes.
Feels like it.
So yeah, it's going to be exciting to hear. He tells us, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but he said he's got secrets that even DT4 doesn't know.
Yeah.
I saw he said that.
I am anxious to know what that is.
He also is going to tell us like his full story. One thing about Rux is that we've all gotten to know him in bits and pieces over time, but now he's going to tell us like all of the backstory today. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All I know is he used to work at some place he used to call the Kangaroo Club or something, and he wouldn't really go into detail exactly what would go on there, but
I'm sure he will elaborate.
He portrayed a mangaroo, so he'll tell you all about that.
And he'll tell us about his new beer can. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So,
man, I wish I could get some of those.
So I think you guys were ready, right? We're gonna bring Ruxy on. Ruxy, are you good to go? Or you want to pound that beer first, or I see him drinking.
Is his man bun all
Yeah, he's
prepped
got
and
his
ready?
man bun up. He's got his little. They're doing his
Is
makeup
he,
right
is
now.
he at the kitchen making eggs or something right now?
He's got a like kangaroo I can see hopping around in the backyard.
All right.
And a
Hang on.
koala. Can't forget about that.
Live from the future.
All right, guys. Everybody knows him, I think, in this room. I'm looking at the list right now of all the commenters and all the people in here wanting to see Ruxy. All these people know him, love him. Let's bring on the one and only Rux 1.0, I guess we'll call him today. There he is.
Hey,
Hi, Rux.
Hi. Hey guys. It's been so
before we get into anything, Rux, how's the future? What's tomorrow hold for
Yeah,
us?
what's the weather like?
Oh man. The weather's turned back to Melbourne. We had like a few big heat days and now we've got this nice cool change that's kind of come through, which is great because I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. Might have to do a quick conversion, but it was hot for a few days.
Damn.
I should have had all my conversion things up first. But yeah, we had a heat wave of like 100 plus for a few days in a row. It was getting crazy.
Way to be prepared, Rux. Way to go. Come on, man.
Oh, but it's just really hard. I've kind of avoided talking to you guys because like me and Secrets are not very good friends. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna cut comms.
I haven't gotten any memes from you lately on Instagram.
Oh man,
He doesn't want to talk to you because he's going to spoil it.
I'm good with secrets. I'm not good with like drops, like pre-drops. Like I just put a teaser out for my Collected Con drop. Like it's months and months away, and I can't. I got to show it. It's crazy. Ruxy, what's new in your life, buddy? What's new? What's going on with you?
Well, today, like in the future, it's not there yet, but I guess it is because the times would have been the same. But yeah, officially, Rux 1 is 10 years old as of today. Like official. Yeah, it's a weird kind of thing how that worked out.
Yeah,
I did art before that, but Rux 1 officially as the art moniker, the business, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 10 years old today. It's weird.
We didn't plan that, did we?
No, it's one of those weird the universe things.
Yeah, no, we did.
I mean, yeah, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Rux, we got to hear all the good stuff. I want to hear about how the beer can thing came about. That is so cool.
Yeah.
You want to
just that one's easy. Yeah. Let's start with the beer can. Like, shout out Bonehead. They're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Love
that. So much stuff, dude. It's crazy. Like
the detail is wild.
Popo. He's the god of beer hops, and he's like sharing the good hops and the bad hops out to the world. He's the overseer to make sure that all beers are nice. And the crew at Bonehead are just really chill, awesome guys. Kind of like dipping to a little bit of the beer was great.
I figured,
but it's one of those things that right place, right time. I'll touch on it a bit like when we get into the story and everything. But at one point, myself, Manny, as we know, Mr. Papernaut, and our other friend, Art Stralis, were involved in a little community project here in my area. And we ended up putting our artwork up on this local tap house called Hopheads that I always go to because I love craft beer. We put some artwork up on the screen, and that kind of led to me doing an art show there and having my art on a screen just on display across their 3 stores. And one of the guys that works with Bonehead was there having a knockoff drink and saw my artwork on the screen. He's like, hey, I really like that. So he slid into my DMs, as we say or not say, and yeah, kind of just came together. Like I keep saying, it's like the adult version of wanting to be on a skateboard because I'm an old school skater kid. Bad skater kid. I was never really good, but I skated. Like,
forgive me if you said this already, Rux, but is it an IPA?
Yes, it is. It is a straight IPA.
Hopheads, yeah, hoppy beer. Okay, cool.
So speaking of skateboard, good and bad, how bad were you? As bad as me? I broke my arm 3 times, same arm as a kid riding a skateboard. 3 times.
I don't even think I was so bad that I wouldn't do anything crazy enough to break my arm. Like I kept it. I think I did like 5 stairs max, but yeah, I was always a little bit scared of heights and falling, so it didn't really go hand in hand.
Yeah, I was more of a fingerboard guy, like BK says.
Honestly. No, yeah.
I was able to stand on a skateboard one time as a kid, and can't see it, but I hung that on my wall.
Oh yeah.
I was able to stand on there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Good. Hey, that's a trophy.
Damn. Yeah. I've still got my OG skateboard. My OG skateboard's in the front room still, and yeah, I just sticker bond it with all my stickers. So I keep that close to my heart. still the one that I had from 15 years old. So maybe one day I'll part with it, but that's one of those ones that I can't part with for now.
Nice.
Yeah. Freaking crazy. So 10 years, man.
Yeah.
So
Been
where do
weird.
you want to start on your story?
How about from the beginning?
Let's
10
do
years
it.
ago.
So I guess like me as an artist and myself as a community arts worker, because this in August it'll be 10 years community arts as well. So I've always drawn. Like in school, I was one of the drawing the books kind of guy. In my last 2 years of high school, we had an arrangement with the school that I was allowed to always be in the art room as long as I did my other work. It just seemed like a happier place. So I was able to concentrate and be real. I had a really good art teacher for those last 2 years, even though I failed art earlier on, and which was weird. But we won't go into that story on camera because it might incriminate me of what happened to that teacher. Well, let's just say we ran into each other outside of school, and yeah, didn't go too good.
Yeah, I don't know. I
really
think that's the story everyone wants to hear, Rux. So you gotta, you know.
I think we'll tell that one in Chicago. I think that's a face-to-face story.
Fair.
I might have confronted him at a train station after school hours, not thinking it through, and the police might have come into school because of things. But anyway, I ended up with a really, really good art teacher after that, and still friends to this day. He's actually taken part in some of the art shows that we're running these days, so it's a really nice thing. And he instilled this really do-it-yourself kind of art attitude, like not waiting for anyone, just it's okay being you. And it took a long time to mature into that and understand what that was. But I'd always had that seed of helping others through art because of that. And after high school, I turned down going to art school. Like I got an offer and I just didn't want to do it. So I didn't go. I stopped making art for like 7 years, really. I just lost it. Got a job, tried to be adult, probably partied a bit too hard and just didn't make art. And when I did, I started up again. Rux1 became the moniker. And I wanted to have an art show because, I mean, that's what you do, right? You want to put your art on a wall when you start making it. So I started scouting places to have an art show, and they wanted to charge me like $600 for a weekend or so. And then they told me they're going to take 30% of my sale. And I'm like, well, this is broken. So I made it my mission to fix what I think is broken in the art world. And I ended up running shows like not long after that. It was great. I was young. We like got DJs, we had musicians, we cut a deal with a venue where we'd charge an entry fee, split the door, they'll take the bar. It was utopia. Artists would not pay a cent to hang their artwork. They'll take all the sale if they had it. All the door money that we made went back to the musicians. It was just a circular economy. It was utopia. It was so good that people thought it was a scam, and I had not enough artists applying in the beginning, so I had to charge people a small nominal fee just so they knew it was real. The problem with that is I had no idea what I was doing. I was young. I barely had my own first art show, and here I am running shows for other people. So I soon learnt very quickly how important it is to have a team of people around you to make something like that work. I burnt out really quickly. I had probably one of my first like mental nervous breakdowns at that age, like young 20s. I was just trying to do too much, fighting a bit too hard for what I believed in. I didn't know what it was to slow down. And I took a little break from running shows for people and was going to focus on my own art. And you'll hear me say this a lot during this journey because I always tend to say, I'm going to take a break and focus on myself, and then next week do something big community project wise because I'm kind of addicted to it. So that was like stage one. I've still got the poster somewhere. As you can see, I'm still in the middle of Renos. The studio is the last room to come back together. So somewhere buried somewhere is this awesome poster of the artsy fartsy party where I just slapped the party hat on a picture of Mona Lisa. We got some DJs. We all just got drunk and people bought art. It was cool. It was fun.
No.
I love that.
I think that's what we need to call our table at Collected Con, the artsy fartsy party. I like it.
I like it.
I like to get drunk and sell art part. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And it was cool. Like after that, some of the musicians and myself, we stayed friends and we did more pop-up shows. We did bigger venues, but less shows. We were rocking like 250 people through. There's an area of Melbourne called Brunswick. It's like sort of outer city, like a little bit hip, a little bit trendy. A venue there called Penny Black. We had like 250 people rocking that place. It was so cool, but I just was lacking a team essentially. And I felt like where I was living, I'd bought a house around that time, and I was so far from where I was doing all my art stuff, and I felt empty. Like I kept going home and not having art and having to travel out for art. It felt weird. So I made it my mission to connect a little more locally, and again, step back. I didn't want to do things. I wanted to chill out, relax. And I found a bunch of local creatives and tapped into that. So it was an organization called Red West, still active, non-for-profit. And I just went to a little meet and greet. 2 weeks later, I was their secretary. And then I ended up being the treasurer and eventually president of that organization. And I volunteered on that for 4 years. And we did amazing things that led to the beer can. That story kind of intertwines there.
So your breakdown didn't have any effect on you. You just kept going 100 miles an hour.
I'm stubborn. Like, I'm really stubborn.
Yeah.
It also sounds like when you go for something, you like go all in. Like you don't, like you go to this event and then all of a sudden you're the secretary. Like you don't just go and hang out. You're like, let's go.
Yeah, it's a problem. Like I can't deny it. Actually, it is a problem and something I need to. I'm really actively trying. So Manny's a good friend of mine, and met him through this journey. And I've got a vision board because that guy has a vision board now. And one of my things this year that I keep looking back to is just to slow down and take a break. And it's okay. And credit to everyone in this chat and you guys as well. I'll touch on it once. I don't want to talk about it again. We know about my health journey over the past 12 months or so. It's terrible. And being forced to slow down was mentally demonic. I have not beaten myself up so hard just thinking I'm letting people down, and still fighting with that because I'm still behind on a couple of things. So yeah, I'm really focusing on not doing too much this year. And in saying that, there's still a lot of good things that we'll talk about in a wee while. But,
yeah, see, he says it on one hand, but next he's going 1,000 miles an hour on the right hand. Like Rux, you cannot trick me. You cannot BS me. You're gonna go 100 miles an hour just like me. Doesn't matter how and it's fine. Don't put a label on it.
You got a passion for it.
Like,
so don't
just do you. You do your time frame and enjoy
get
it.
better at managing your time and taking a break when you need to.
Yeah. But it was hard as well. Like with the local artists, I wouldn't exactly say it was my art scene, but it was nice. I really got involved, but I started veering off into a path that wasn't me. I was doing a lot of, right, Dave? Seriously. I was putting a lot of time and energy into immersing myself in an art scene that I didn't really feel like I fit into for the good of others. Like I was working for the organization, and by doing these things, it would lead to more opportunities for other people. But I wasn't really thinking about, does it fulfill me? And that drains you. Like we all work on a lot of projects, and sometimes we probably say yes to something that we're really not wholeheartedly into, just because it's a friend or it's something other people are involved in, or we really want to, or it's for charity. And sometimes we can maybe overstep without realizing it, and something that we love ends up draining us. And that's a very, very hard place to be in for a creative, because it's something you love, and if it's for someone or something you love, two positives are good, right? But sometimes they can cancel each other out, and it's very difficult because we don't really catch onto it. We feel really tired and unmotivated to create, but are unsure why. And I don't know if that's the same for anyone else, but
oh yeah,
that was rough. And that's rough. That's kind of where I went down. I was spending all my time in art galleries, just being fancy. All my artwork started being like canvas paintings, and I wasn't drawing cartoons, so on and so forth as much. And it became hard. And I was in a project. I'm probably rambling. Please correct me if I'm going too crazy.
This is your journey, man. This is the platform is for you to share your journey.
Yeah, I started losing the dopamine hit for helping others. I don't, yeah, I didn't feel like I was getting out of it what I wanted. And people are different people, you know what I mean? So what I wanted for the organization doesn't mean that's the way an organization should go forever. So feeling drained and feeling like I was losing myself as an artist, I stood down and I was close to giving up because I didn't know who I was as an artist anymore. I was struggling to find myself. I was ready to just hang the hat up. Yeah, it was a very dark moment because I didn't know who I was outside of that.
When was this? Like, how long ago was this?
So let me think. When did I get the message for Series 2 acceptance? I would say like a week before that.
Okay.
I was.
So I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. So in essence, now you're kind of in the same place that we've heard this many times over from artists. Grimley, said the same thing. He was about ready to kind of just give things up, and there's been several others that have said the same thing. And then along comes the creative's journey, and now you get in. And I'm assuming that probably led to a little bit of a kind of a new lease on life, or in the art, part of your life at least, right?
Yeah, it did. And sorry to like backtrack, but to try and connect two dots as well. Probably the biggest contrast I had that was after doing those first lot of shows and before I got involved in the non-for-profit, there was this online community and people that I was really starting to connect with back when Instagram was cool, and you can use hashtags to find cool artists and things of that nature. Met this crazy talented person, Gonga, I think their name is. Yeah, so some king person. I'm not too sure, but
is he really like a real king? Is he a king?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he is.
The king of Capybara. I'm pretty sure. But in that little essence, we found something really cool. I'd connected with someone in the UK, infected by design. We did like an art file swap, and I started realizing that I could think outside of the region. So I went from a mindset of global connection to local art scene. And I think that was a bit of too much of a contrast, but it felt more real because as I've said before with this, it's cool seeing you. I love you. I talk to you all the time, but Chicago is going to be real. Like it's going to make all this actually cemented into reality and not just talking to a screen. But we had that.
Rux, we might have to put a timer on you. It might be so overwhelming that we'll have to put like a leg bracelet timer on you where it's like, all right, we got to get Ruxy out of here. He's going to overload.
All right. Go take a nap.
Yeah, every couple hours we'll give you like a little 5-minute break or something.
It could be needed.
You might need it. No, that's amazing though, man.
But you know what's cool about art, and I've heard your story, like Ditto says, we've heard this story from numerous artists, and it works the opposite way too. So like you could be in I've heard B's story. B's story is this great one. Like you could be in a darker place, and creativity could bring you out of that dark place. Like it works both ways, and it's kind of interesting how it intertwines with each other. It could work. Hey, I'm doing art and then it put me in a dark place, or I'm in a dark place, I'm going to do art and get out of it. So I think it's a rescue either way. Like I think it's a good thing.
It was definitely there. That time was awesome. With like it was infected by design. We had Gonga, Fresh Bakery Studio. I don't know if anyone on here is following Fresh Bakery Studio, but if you don't, you really should. He's from Spain and he's an amazing artist and such a wonderful human. That's the person that taught me to do digital art. I think I've said this before in a couple of lives. I was connecting with these people from all around the world and we're teaching each other things. Sound familiar? Like, sound very familiar? Yes, Fresh Bakery. But yeah, it kind of had the same kind of creative flair, and we called ourselves #ArtDecipher. I don't know why, but I just caught up with a funky name, a cipher in hip hop who's kind of like passing the mic, art, decipher, the code. I don't know, but we would just share each other drawing challenges, let each other know what's going on, send each other files so we can slap stickers or allegedly slap stickers in parts of the world, and yeah, that was cool. Like it had the same kind of vibe that I think the creatives did, and I think that missing that and losing that and getting lost and not remembering it almost led to me leaving until that wonderful email from some colorful red person. I'm not too sure. He's a clown or maybe not a clown. I don't know.
Guards something.
So did you find out about the creatives from Gonga?
Yeah. So that was through that Art Decipher group chat. We just had a group chat and we'd kind of just share what's going on, things that are out there. And Gonga said, apply for this thing. I applied for this thing. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know what Series 1 was. I knew he was in it and I was like, yeah, that's cool. But I didn't understand what it was. I knew people like, El Toro, you had Prime in there. Like there was some big names that I'd already followed. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'll apply. I'm not going to get in. Not a chance in hell. So much so that I had no ideas or anything prepped for what I was going to do for my cards. Like, zero idea. I think it was similar to Manny, where he's like, wait, we're going to do 3 designs and we're getting, what, 3 cards? Wait, what? It's like, okay, I'm going to have to kind of pull the finger out.
Right? Like, didn't you only have like 2-week turnaround or something crazy?
Yeah, I was not prepped. So yeah, I literally drew it in the kitchen at my father's house while he was washing my car.
Wow.
And I think that's why it was good though, because I had 0 ideas. It was literally just, what am I going to draw? And I drew it. I had no idea that putting some Australian themed stuff in front of Americans was going to be so puzzling.
But does your dad still wash your cars? That's what everybody's thinking right now.
I'm gonna say this. I hope he sees this. I'm gonna shout him out. Retro's Car Wash. Like my dad, yeah, he was washing cars for. He's recently retired, so he likes to stay busy. I definitely get the keeping busy thing from him. So he had a car wash business for a while.
It's not about it being Australian and it's puzzling. It's because you got it's just like. This is just one of the cards, but and also look at that.
I love the picture. I laugh every time I see that picture.
Dude, that picture, literally, it was a selfie that I sent to one of my good friends, Carly. If you ever watch this, I love you. That's my girl from way back, and the only one that I would ever send just a silly photo to. So I was like, look, I got a bucket hat, thinking that I may never wear it out in public.
Well,
that was literally
on a card forever.
And another trivia question answer, though, down the road will be when Rux was drawing his Series 2 cards, where was he and what was happening?
Yeah.
And also going to be shout out to Perps. So those that know Yessie Purple, she will be in Chicago as well. She was the one that told me to do the orange theme. I don't know what I was going to do. So I love orange. It's my favorite color, always has been. But I probably wouldn't have gone with it. And now, hey, I got matching top. Hey. That was just awesome. And she was cool. She talked to me through the whole thing because I just instantly got overwhelmed. When I got the email, I was in Bali in a villa in a pool. My travel buddy / housemate he had Bali belly. He was in the room, and I was just sitting there, naked big cags of bintang in the pool by myself when this email comes through. Congratulations, you've been accepted into Series 2 of the Creatives. Like, oh, lol, hell's that? And about 30 seconds later, bang, a thing comes through from Perps. Like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And then we just chatted it out and kept chatting and kept chatting and kept chatting. And she helped me navigate this crazy world of being on camera a lot, opening cards and packs live.
Oh, you hated Instagram Live at the beginning.
Dude, so did I. It's crazy. I guess just watching everybody else do it. It is. I guess watching other people do it, you start to kind of warm up to it. But I don't know.
It's crazy.
Perp's an OG. I like Perp. She's been around for a while. She's very supportive, super nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was going to be in Chicago, so that's going to be good to meet her.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely crazy getting to meet her as well for the first time, because it was a crazy world, and it was a big bang world. So I've been thrown into this as a guy on the other side of the world, and just everyone was going live every day. There was one live after another live after another live, and I had no bearings of who are these people, what's going on, and I'd been we just talked about I was about to quit art. I had some trust issues in the scenes, you know what I mean? I've been burnt a couple of times over. So I was just I had so much susness on everyone. I was like, all right, yeah, you're going live, you're being nice to me, but what do you want?
Yeah.
what
Can we have your autograph?
Yeah. Right.
And I had no idea what I was doing. Everyone's asking me to be part of shows. I'm like, how does this work? Like, Perp still yells at me. She's like, you best tell me you got some money for that. Like, actually, by the time I finished it all and sent it off and shipping and I stuffed up and no, I didn't make any money. So you got to stop doing stuff for free all the time. Like, yes, we're in America, but like, you're an artist and you need to get paid. That's what this is about, supporting and getting artists paid. I'm like, but that's what I do back in Australia. I'm about the same mission. Why can't I do it for myself?
They also wanted to know your conditioning routine. That's probably why they were so nice. We got to have hair like that.
Oh no, these ends are so dead and dry. But
I don't know if you can see the chat, but there was a whole discussion out there earlier about if you use leave-in or leave-in conditioner. And all kinds of stuff.
They were talking about your hair for a good.
This group, this group is so fascinated about hair. It's I don't know why. I still don't understand it.
Yeah, right. I feel you. Like I know you get it
all the time, all the time.
By the way, Rod, your hair is on point. By the way,
it is literally pointy tonight. It's getting a little bit long, but
this is looped around. Like it goes down and back up. So it comes down to almost my belly button. It's getting quite long, but I'm at the point now where I don't know what to do. Like to cut it would be unreal.
Come to Chicago, nobody that really sees it most of the time down. So just come with your hair like completely down, just shaggy dog.
Yeah. Encino Man vibes.
Yeah, nobody will know at first who the hell it is until they see Mangaroo on the back of your jersey.
So what was your initial like emotion when you got? When did you get your first card? Like, how did you get it? Did somebody send you it? Did you get a pack?
No, I had to pull it. So like when all this happened, and I don't know, I could sense some of the vibe, and like Red just comes across as just such a warming and true individual. Like I didn't feel any sort of man, this guy. It's a front. But I don't know. I didn't get a sense of this guy is just trying to mess with artists. I'm like, I think he's legit down for the cause. So I went and I bought boxes and I bought them here and I hooked up with Perps and I'm like, okay, I'm so nervous, but let's go on camera. I want to open these cards and I want to share that moment with you because you've been there since this has started. Let's do it. And that was like planned. But the first thing I did is open them with my brother, and it's still on my Instagram. You can go back and you can watch us get through like half a box in like 2 hours because we were just like, whoa, like on every card. It was crazy. And I think that's the first time I saw wine in person. Online, it was some stream. There was paparazzi. I know Freaky was in it. And I think I ended up screenshotting him and using him as a meme to promote that I'm in it because they pulled the card and all at the same time went, huh?
Well, it's always your card is upside down in every pack. And your Series 2 card is upside down, just so you know. Every time.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That was a whirlwind. Like, that was kind of going up. I was leaving the non-for-profit. Like everything was kind of at a crossroads at that point. And I think that was the recalibration. And I'm Fiji. I didn't realize I'm playing with a pen this whole time. Jesus. Anyway. And then from there, I don't know. I left the non-for-profit. I felt like the creatives had relit my fire. And I'm like, no, you're having a break. A year off just for yourself. I sat down with Art Stralis and Paper Nor, and I'm like, wow, man, we don't really have a shop to sell our stuff. I've had a couple of people ask me, how do I buy your art? I'm like, that's a really good question. Like, I don't know. So we decided we're going to make an online store. And I went and talked to the boys. So Gonga, Infected by Design, Fresh Bakery, Studio, No One Ever Gets It. I'll do a shout out post for them, a story. You should follow them all. They're freaking amazing. And just said, hey, do you guys mind if I use the Art Decipher name? I'm so attached to it. It's cool. I thought of it. I want to keep using it, but I don't want to be disrespectful to the thing we had. You can still search hashtag Art Decipher and you'll get a lot of their art. It's cool. They were cool with it. Went to make an online store. And then out of nowhere, this Hopheads place I'll tell you about that I drink at, I was going to do an art show there. And they were like, cool, send me your organization's logo. because it was initially talked about while I was in the organization, and then I dropped out and I said, well, I'm not really part of the organization anymore. They go, well, do you have a group or something? I'm like, well, like we're making a store with a couple of friends. They're like, yeah, sweet, send us the logo. We didn't have a logo at this point. We were just a store. Like, we weren't a thing. It was just a name and a website. That's all it was going to be. So we quickly, frantically start sketching and coming up with ideas, and we made the logo. We put it forward, and a couple of weeks later, I meet this crazy. I get hooked up by Dave Behrens. So his Shadows just bought one of his cards. He was in a Giro series with Red Guardian, which is my first toy custom. Talk about weird universal kind of. Everything's been pushing me to this Red Guardian direction. I just didn't even know it. So I did a Super Giro show. Two of the featured artists, Red Guardian, Dave Behrens. BD actually have some Dave Behrens art in his collection as well. I saw on that Alumni Week stream.
Nice.
He hooks me up with this guy called Tommy, and this place called the Corner Studio. And we were both sus of each other. I just leaving an organization, and I don't know, we come from the same walk of life, western suburbs of Melbourne. You're like, what do you like? What's in it for you? Like, what's going on? You're trying to use me? What's happening here? And then the Corner Studio and Art Decipher have had a working relationship ever since. We put on art shows, we have art catch-ups, and that whole initial utopia of trying to give artists a chance to sell and come together, plus the feeling of Art Decipher about connecting people globally, like the dream's back on. So we've got some stuff from Artstralis on there. We're going to get some more Aussie artists. I've shown you a couple of the shows, and we're going to partner up, and we're going to get international artists over in a custom toy show for the blank Mr. Ux.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes. So the EOI, it's like an expression of interest because I don't know how to run a toy show yet. Like, I'm going to have to figure out the numbers and parameters and stuff. So
Don't
you can go
sweat.
to artdecipher.com and you can sign up. Oh, wait, it feels a little small, doesn't it? Sorry.
Well, here's the
Whoa.
this is
Wow.
reveal. Okay.
There we
So
go.
does that
there we
mask
go.
come off too?
Of course.
Oh my god,
Here's a little bit of a wriggle.
Dope.
it's crazy.
That's cool.
So yeah, we're inviting all people to apply. It's going to be open for a fortnight, which is 2 weeks, because apparently Fortnite
Thank you.
is it.
That's a video game here in the States. Yeah.
I appreciate
We'll
that.
keep it. So artdecipher.com, you can go, you'll see the application. It's very small and simple. Just trying to figure out, what price structure works best for people. Like what's the best way to go about it to make it something that the artists want to be a part of, and how many people have we got applied? Because if we've only got 5, then that's a really easy show to run. But if we've got 100, then I'm going to be like, yo, Brain Thief, we're going to make 100 of these, because as we know, Mr. Brain Thief is the brainchild about downloading this out of my head. But yeah, like, anyone, please come sign up, be a part of it.
People in the chat's asking how many V-Bucks does that cost to buy the Rux figure?
For
If
Fortnite.
you
How many what?
V-Bucks is the currency in Fortnite, the game.
Oh,
So they want to know how many V-Bucks.
And we haven't seen a run it in the chat yet. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
And
right. Where's Rob J.
No,
Bell? He would start that party out. Run it.
No, I
Run
learned
it.
from my last one. I'm keeping these ones for me.
There you go. There you go.
I
I
have
had so much separate.
I got my little guy right there that I won from
Oh, yeah.
Ditto's one. that
Hey,
I think right there.
yeah. So we are. So there's still the protos. This is 98% complete. It will be 100 by the time the blanks go out. We've made some adjustments to it based on some feedback from that first proto run. So like, thank you people that actually got in touch and be like, hey, I think this would be cool. That's what's cool about this community, right? People are happy to pass the feedback on, and not in a way like, yo, your toy sucks, but hey, have you thought about this? I've noticed this. Some toys have this. It was really helped us nail the design, because I don't want to just go and put these for sale and then they're not great. But should I segue to the next secret so we can get off?
Yeah,
when we're done?
secret us up. Let's
Well,
go. Let's hear
One
it.
thing I was curious about that, I know you mentioned one time that you do like trainings, right? For just people who can walk into the gallery, and you'll just do like basic art tips and stuff like that.
Oh, that was some of the workshops. That was just another community project. So I don't run workshops myself, but the Corner Studio does have a lot of workshops to go in. I have done some community events where I will like do some basic teaching of digital art and so on and so forth. I'm just a community arts, you know what I mean? I don't know if we're allowed to swear, so I censored myself.
Yeah, Rock may say something, but you're right.
I got the button. It's fine.
No,
No.
I know you brought it up one time. I wanted to ask. I didn't know if that's something you do regularly, but that's really cool. So,
I need
that's
some digital art tutoring, so sign me up. I'll go on live with you so you can teach me how to use Procreate. I'm still very much a rookie at it.
Cool. What we do though for people in my area, if they do see this, is at the Corner Studio roughly every fortnight. That's every 2 weeks. We have an open studio, so it used to be free, but once again, free doesn't work. So we've got a nominal $5 fee, and you can come and hang out. We have like an open studio where we catch up, we gather around, we knowledge share. Again, that Art Decipher feel of what do you know, what's going on, and you interact with people and you learn and you sit around and you create together. And it was pretty cool. We had a creatives DIY card night, which was fun.
That's cool.
And you guys
tell the other secret.
And you guys are creatives selling creatives out there in Australia, right?
Yeah, so quote unquote the official.
Hey.
Thanks, Red.
Red's always looking for the official people. The official.
So yeah, we are official seller of the creatives in Australia, and maybe some other places soon we'll have them in stock. But yeah, from artdecipher.com you can buy them at 1 pack or 3 pack. I don't have enough stock because I front all this cash myself, majority of it. And we've got them the same price you'll get them in the US. So you don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about money conversion or anything. You can just buy them as you would there. And we'll ship up to 3 packs for free within Australia. So, I mean, it's a pretty decent deal for those that want to get involved, start collecting, or grab the DIYs and just, we've had a few people as Aussies get DIYs, make their way over there already, and a few more that I've got sitting over there that I've got to ship. Nice. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Speaking of DIYs, when you got into the creatives, how long after you were a creative did it take you to get your first DIY request?
It was like almost so Trash Panda jumped at me. I love Trash. He's such an amazing freaking human. Jumped at me like straight away, and so did Paparazzi. They had like a toy talk thing, and they're like, "You got to do a DIY." So I'm like, "I don't know what a DIY is properly yet."
Now you do. Yeah.
So they are super lucky because they each got 3 DIYs from me for free. Nice. It was the very early, like I was struggling with the size. It was rough. Definitely nothing like the ones I do now. So they were super simple as I tried to figure out the space. But they're lovely. I mean, come on. Trash and Paparazzi are freaking awesome. And then I did one for Perps for like a Pass the Sharpie and a birthday video, which is real fun. And then they kind of dropped off a bit because like I was not actively. That's like my health stuff kind of was going on and off, up and down, but I wasn't really sure what it was. So I had probably a good 6 months of like just wide-eyed deer in the headlights, not knowing what's going on. And not knowing how to.
We were ripping packs like there's no tomorrow. We were pulling Ruxy cards like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's a good timeline. So if you think from like Series 2 starting to when you guys kind of popped in, that whole first chunk of it, I was lost. Like there was 2 other Aussies in my series, but like they weren't as out there in the community like as I was. No disrespect to that as well. Obviously they're doing their thing, but like I didn't really have a guide or a sense of what was going on. I was really, really shocked. I didn't know how to take this. So like I'm Australian, there's all these Americans that are yelling stuff at me and talking about toys and it's like, let's go.
Let's go. Where are we going?
So that was good though, because like when I was really happy like when Manny and Deef got in because I was like, okay, look, this is going to hit you hard and fast. Just go. Just don't stop and try and figure it out. Just surrender to it.
Stop thinking
because
so much. Yeah, don't think so much.
Yeah, well, that's what I did for the first 6 months. I was just kind of like, what does all this mean? And I'll do a little show here or someone's charity stream here, and I spent that entire first 6 months, and nothing wrong with it, but giving away my art for free because I just didn't know what to do. And I think there was a couple people that probably took advantage of that situation. I definitely won't name and shame because karma comes around anyway. But I wasn't handling the situation very well. And then I feel like you guys pop up, whatnot is happening. There's a bit of a community, and it became a bit more interpersonal. And I could actually start getting to know people. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready for this. And then health. I'm like, could just give me a break. I just want to make art for these people, these new people that I've met. But it's been crazy and fun nonetheless. There's been so many fun moments that I look back on that wouldn't have happened without the creatives. So I just got to keep looking at the positive and not what I think I've missed out on, because I haven't missed out on anything. I'm going to be freaking Chicago in August.
Yeah. I mean, you're just don't overthink it.
Still a long journey ahead of you, my friend.
But what's more? Let's hear some more top secret stuff, Ruxy.
Oh, so because the toy's about to hit proper production. And I know there was a few released out of the protos and so on that were released out into the collector world, but then that was it. So in honor of the toy about to be completed, I will be doing one last run of the proto figure, which is signified by the signature on the left foot, and then changing the design to the blank in the toy that you will buy. So for those who want to collect and want to actually get the, hey, I was there on the day one of the Rux toy, and you will be there forever because it won't be the same. And then you little collector people will be like, yeah, but wait, where's your signature? Is it on the left foot or is it in the behind his ear? That's not the OG one. I've got the OG one. So all that kind of cool stuff, I've got you covered.
Thinking like a collector there, Rux. I like it.
Yeah.
It's still the same toy. It is still a proto. So this will be the last run, essentially. After this, it will be the official toy and then game over. But I'm not just going to give the toy because that's a bit silly. I've mentioned him before, Mr. Deef. He's freaking amazing. So you'll get one of my blank toys. Mr. Deef has put together. Where is his little buddy? Here we are.
So curious.
His own little blank to go with it.
Oh, I can't see it. That's crazy.
Oh my!
Oh, he's cute.
So his head comes off, his arms come off. He's very easy to customize. So you got two blanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we will also be throwing. So Mr. Deef will throw in 3 of his postcards.
Nice.
I will throw in 6 of my stickers.
Ooh.
And that will be 100 Australian dollars plus 20 for shipping, roughly. So I think it works out to about it's maybe 80, 90 US.
That's not bad at all because I just did the conversion. $5 Australian is $3.29 US. So
so it's about 80, 90 bucks shipped to you guys in America. The combo packet. For the first 30 orders, I'll also throw in one of my pins. And as you know, I don't sell them. So you can get one of these pins.
I just sold the one I had of yours the other day. I got to ship it out. I'm just
so
kidding.
You can get another one now. That's up on Art Decipher as well. So if you go to artdecipher.com, then you will see both the sign up for the blank toy and the Slappy Meal combo because I don't know, that's just what I called it. It's a Slappy Meal.
So is the blank toy still need to be produced? Is that a pre-order or what's going on with that?
So the combo pack will be a pre-order. So we'll run that. Both things are for 2 weeks, just to make it nice and easy. So for 2 weeks, you can pre-order this box. We'll produce them and ship them out. And after that, that's it. No more proto toy. You won't get your fancy hours in there first. Collector coolness, if that's what you wish. And the EOI for the toy show. So I don't know when the toy show will be, but for 2 weeks, I'm going to collect some information and see how much interest we got. So artdecipher.com, you'll see the 2 little icons on the homepage. Oh, well, how cool is technology?
I'm over here like, how do you spell Decipher? I don't want to mess it up.
DT4 is we're like making leaps and bounds, guys.
So there they are. The combo's there. Slappy Me with toys. You can get a closer look at everything.
Okay, I'll buy one.
Yeah, let me see your credit card.
And yeah,
I was gonna say, can we see
I'm gonna wait to do that after the screen, but I will definitely buy one.
But yeah, that's at decipher.com. You can also see with the corner studio, we've got some extra venues. We put up little art galleries in local businesses. We've got 2 that we've partnered with, plus the corner studio, and we also give artists a chance to just hang their art for free. So we'll take care of the listing, the selling, the shipping, all that stuff that makes artists not want to sell their work. And we don't charge for the hang. We don't take commission. We'll put the fees on top because artists are not always mathematicians. So if you tell someone I'm taking 30% of your sale, they're going to get a calculator out, and every now and then they calculate it wrong, and then it becomes a dispute about who calculated percentage right. It's usually me. And so we say, put your work forward for free. We'll hang it. Tell us what you want from the sale, and we'll put any fees we need to on top of that, because selling stuff online isn't free.
Mm-hmm.
I also have no clucks given. Are you on screen? No, this is great. I will definitely, as soon as this stream is over, I will definitely be grabbing that pair. And you could also see on the website, guys, to kind of defer back to the custom toy art show. I had pulled that up. The Forum is right on the front of the site there too, if you're interested.
Yeah, and if you're struggling on how to get there, you can go to my Insta profile as well. Like it's there in the link. Everything's throughout Decipher now. It's the way to bring this community together here. We did the sticker show. B, you're part of the sticker show.
That's what I was going to ask you. That Art Decipher, that was a collective group that kind of did all the sticker slaps all over in that alley, right?
Well, that was Ruxy putting them all up himself.
So it was only you? Nobody else was there to help you?
No, one guy came down that I'd never met before. It was a terrible rainy day. Like I was literally slapping stickers.
That was security. That wasn't that was an artist. That was security.
It was a rough one because they did the whole laneway of like different murals and slaps and paste ups and everything. And finally we had the big massive door that we're going to cover, and it just had a real bad hit of weather because it was raining, and just the paint and the site wasn't ready. So they're like, well, we're going to have to cancel it. Like, no, I will find something. So I went walking up and down that laneway and found this like little grill that led into the back of a restaurant with this box, and it had 2 or 3 stickers on it already. I'm like, that's ours. So the person who was running the project, who knew a lot of the business owners, ran to the front of the shop and asked them. And it's like, do you mind if we do that? You won't even see it in your shop. They're like, yeah, go crazy. So then I had to sit there in the rain with an umbrella and go through the piles of stickers people got me and made sure that everyone got at least 1 sticker, and then assess the size. And yeah, it was crazy. I saw so many of them. And I will let this slip here. We will be continuing. We will be continuing the sticker project at the corner studio. So it won't be like one big one and done, but we'll do like a gradual kind of introduction and like slap a few, feature the people again, so on and so forth. Because, like I said, I'm going slow this year and I'm not doing a lot of things. I'm just taking my time. But that was cool. Like we got a lot of people from around the world connected through one spot. If you know an artist in Antarctica, let me know, because it was the only continent we'd missed. We got every other continent captured in this sticker fest, and Antarctica missed out. Well, if you got stickers too,
real quick, my buddy, I don't even know of a name like from Antarctica, but
yeah.
Hey, you have some people in the chat who have been talking about this since we started. They want to know what's in a specific drawer behind you, and we can figure that out later. Graham,
let's figure that out later. Ruxy, you probably got your negative stuff in there. We don't want to show the world.
What's this?
Grim wants to know what's in this drawer behind
Let's pass on it. We're at
the drawers back there.
Right,
stuff.
No,
Rux.
So I think if it were up to Grimly, you would just be touring your office and showing him what's in every drawer.
Grimly got a new piece of art from Nikki Davis. I think he's been hitting on Nikki Davis.
Here's what you do, Rux. Just FaceTime Grimly afterwards and show him your office. That'll satiate it.
Well, this is not even set up. I was hoping that by the time this came, that like right there is going to be filled with like shelves and toys, and I'll be streaming from that side. But well,
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
Is that what happens? Like,
Sketch wants to know what how to get it if he was interested in getting his art on the website and Art Decipher. Is that something that you guys have available? I know
it is something that I'm definitely working towards. Hopefully by the end of the year, it's on my vision board. I just need to do a little bit of research on like how that works essentially. But yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the year that we can have artists from everywhere be
So much
available
for
in
sh-
Australia and vice versa. Like break down those barriers because shipping costs a lot.
so much for
So
slowing
if there's
down there,
ways that we can,
Well, Ruck's
yeah, I
version
know.
of slowing down is going 15 miles over the speed limit. Just
Yeah.
still, you know, that's slow for him.
So
Like
let's
15 miles.
let's talk a little bit about
Kilometers, sorry.
Chicago coming up. You're
Oof.
gonna you are gonna be coming hanging out with us for a bit.
Oh yeah, I've got an offer for
was
you
that on
guys
your vision
too.
board?
No, it wasn't on my vision board. You know it wasn't because I thought you were joking for a majority of the time.
Add it
It
to
was
the
like,
damn
hey,
vision
we're
board,
gonna
bro.
get you to the States, man. I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'll jump on a plane next week. Yeah, like, what do you want from me?
So
Add
that's
it.
Yeah.
gonna be fun. You definitely need to bring as many of your creatives cards because I'm sure people were gonna want them when they finally get to sit down with you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I don't know what we're doing on the Friday night, people, as well. But one of the people from down my area knows one of the people from down those areas, and there is a gallery in Chicago that has an opening on Friday the 2nd from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m.
Oh.
And I've been cordially invited as a guest.
We'll
No, I'm
be- we'll
joking.
be
He literally just sent an email and said, "Look, he's from Australia. He's coming to Chicago."
We'll be setting up
cordially
our
invited.
booth. Maybe we'll stop by after if
Grim.
time allows.
Yeah, we'll be setting booth time up.
Damn, that late? You go straight in from like a night setup to the morning.
Well, we
meeting.
only have one day to set up.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, there's some bigger booths. We're not a huge booth. That there's some big ones that are gonna need time. So yeah, it's gonna be Friday's gonna be fun.
Which gallery is it in Chicago? What's the galleries? Do you know?
Vertical gallery.
Hmm.
Sounds right. Sounds like that. Vertical gallery, something like that. I remember V.
Something V. Yeah.
Something V. Yeah.
That's gonna be a be a great time. I can't wait.
When you take Rux to Rotofugi, he's gonna lose his mind. All
Yeah.
those toys in one room.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Here's what I would suggest, though. I think you ought to bring a extra with you, or two.
Person?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, extra what?
Like an
A
extra
toy.
toy or two, maybe. I can't guarantee. I'm just saying, bring an extra.
Mm.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, there's also talks of. I mean, again, obviously, last episode we did the Collected Con episode, and I was from Rotofugi and stuff, and apparently there's early chatter about maybe a some kind of an after party there too or something. So we'll see. Details obviously forthcoming. That's a long ways away still, but yet so close. It's crazy.
It's gonna come.
Well,
up
I don't mind a party before, after, middle, upside down, inside
Have you
out.
watched
Yeah.
Rux's
Right.
Instagram? He's at every Australian rules football game, every concert. The guy, talk about doesn't slow down. He parties every night. Yeah, look, see?
Hey, there it is. I
gonna get along well.
can also announce, since we're kind of telling secrets, this isn't a secret to everybody, but
Ooh.
maybe to some people, that you and Manny, the Papernaut, will actually be signing at our booth at Collected Con. Time TBD.
Yes.
We will put out a bunch of announcements, including times of that. But the pairing of Rux and Manny, the two Aussie boys, will be there signing it.
It was over mine last night. We had dinner with Mr. Art Stralis and sorted through some old DVDs. So yeah, we were talking about The Prince.
So
also a secret, because that's a thing now.
Yeah, what would be cool, Ruxy, and you probably already thought of this, or you and Manny both, but have you guys on the same print and both sign the print as you're there and get it, all at once. One print.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a nice little one print featuring both of us. You get a 2-for-1 deal, similar to the 2-for-1 Brain Deep Rux 1 combo available at artdecipher.com. Get yours now.
Hey.
Wow.
Little
We
banner
won't charge
the
it. We
screen.
won't. DT4 will not charge for that commercial.
Oh well.
First one's free.
Sponsored by. Yeah.
Sponsored by.
Oh, Grimly said, no matter what Ditto tells you, you do not need to smuggle the toys on your body. You could just put them in your suitcase. So, yeah,
Wait, you can put toys in your suitcase? Oh, like doing it wrong for a while.
Like Grimly knows.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been crazy, and it's super cool fitting that it's like 10 years with this moment. It has been a crazy long journey. I mean, from like almost failing and giving up art in high school to having a teacher that found me and kind of bring me back to then 7-year gap to then finding an online global community of wonderful artists and good people to then not doing that and trying to get more local and arty, to then burning out again after running your own shows. Like I've had 3 lots of burnout as an artist, and I had 3 breakdowns before the age of 30. So I got a lot of these grays that don't come through that bad on camera. There we go. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think the key is, though, and we've talked about it, touched on it several times tonight, is, going 100 miles an hour is great and drive is great. But I do think that it's important, no matter what you do in life, whether it's art, creativity, a day job, whatever. That's why they give people vacations. OnlyFans, like Rock, only feet. You gotta every once in a while build in some breaks for yourself, because it's good to reset and recharge and kind of get your mind right, because burnout can happen no matter what you love. I don't care if you're an athlete. I don't care if you're an artist. You could be so passionate about something, but you do got to kind of build in that time to kind of, because you'll just appreciate it more. So
yeah, and especially in this community, there's so much going on always.
I think you don't label it either. Just do you. Just do what makes you happy, and don't label it. Oh, I got a show. I got to do this. I got to do that. I mean, just enjoy it.
You can say that, but then Rock will message you and be like, "Hey, why is it taking so long? What's going on?"
Well, that's just you. E.
This is my life.
You're the only one.
Where's my damn cowie?
You're the only one. You're the only one that gets that email. But it's fine.
I do got to say,
go ahead.
One last thing as well for those boxes as well. I don't know if anyone in the chat does follow me on Patreon, but there are discount codes on my Patreon. The link is in the listing, so you can get free shipping and you can get $20 off the codes via my Patreon. You just have to sign up.
Nice. And I can contest that, with Rux doing shows with us and stuff, there's a lot of goodies that go into his Patreon boxes that never make it, to the light of day for the regular people out there, unless you're a Patreon member. So if you are interested, definitely go check that out. Let's shift gears for a little bit, because we're coming up, a little bit over an hour here, and we're going to probably wrap soonish. But let's get to the wacky part of the show. You've talked about your art journey. Now we're going to learn a little bit about that human behind the artist. And some of these questions we probably already know the answers to, and some of them you probably won't know the answers to until after Chicago. But let's find out a little bit about you. And this is a question I know that Tammy always asks. And she wants to know, what are your 3 favorite colors, right, Tammy?
We know the first one's orange.
Yep.
Yep, and the others aren't colors.
That's trivia.
And the others aren't colors, but
Black and white.
There you go.
Gray.
Black, white, orange, black, and white. Fun fact: in high school, I only ever used there you go. And that's a tribute to high school. One of the toys I made was black, white, and red only, because that's all I ever used in high school. I hated using color, and I still am not the biggest fan.
What about playlists? Like, if you are doing art, if you're arting, and a lot of people have a lot of different answers on this. Are you in the creative process listening to music, watching TV or something in the background, or you kind of just need your mind clear? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, so I do listen to a lot of music. I found that, and this is only probably in the last maybe 6 to 12 months, that I now put on YouTube, and I mean like a documentary or something, and I won't really watch it, but I'll just kind of listen to it. And I don't pay for YouTube because the ads are like a break. So when it shifts, I'll stop and I'll look up from what I'm doing, and I'm like, maybe I should go get a glass of water or something. and then I'll just go back into hyper focus mode. So that seems to be a winning combination right now. I don't know if that's
Nice.
the old brain just being not wired correctly or whatever, but yeah,
Well,
in terms outside of that,
hopefully DT4 is on your playlist for YouTube.
Well, he's usually
I
in the
tried that.
lives.
Well, he can
Allegedly.
rewatch. He can
Yeah, that's
rewatch.
true. Rewatch
Also,
it.
he actually is in a rap.
He does
Oh
like
yeah, man. Yeah, I absolutely love hip hop of all varieties, and you can definitely share your recommendations with me because I'm always looking for new stuff that I haven't heard, and I will bump it in the car hard. Ain't that righty?
Nice.
Dang, it's getting nasty.
He's been sharing Houston rap with him.
Yeah, I need to add more stuff to the playlist, but yeah.
If you could collab with any artist out there, and I'm not, you don't have to just name one, a couple, and certainly this is a loaded question because I don't want anyone to get offended. But if there's like a dream scenario out there to collab with, who might that be?
No, that's an easy one. So it would be James Recker. So I idolized him growing up, Melbourne artist. I used to skate, I used to ride the train lines, and I would see his graffiti characters, and it kind of gave me a sense of belonging in the graffiti scene that I love to admire so much, but not wanting to be like a graffiti writer. Like I loved graffiti, didn't really want to do graffiti, loved cartoons. Cartoons were graffiti. What? And then fun fact, the R and the K from the Rux and the one is like a bit of a tribute to Rekka. The other two pillars, I'll share here. I didn't even say where Rux came from. Is the RUKZ. I think I've shared it before. So just the kind of RUKs, like check in on yourself. Mental health is important. And then the last one is like Rux, like bring the ruckus, a bit of Wu-Tang, because I think collectively we come together and we form like Voltron, and we will take over. World domination, baby. Creativity will rule the world.
Let's go. Let's go.
Like James Recker.
Is there some type of secret that some kind of collab thing with you and Sketch happening? Because he's been giving out little hints in the chat, and he's
I don't know, man. Sketch has got to like hook me up,
Say me, Rux, say me.
No, so I didn't plan for daylight savings too, by the way. Like we have it over here, you guys have it over there. So there's like 4 times a year that our times change sync. And it's very hard for me keeping.
She's the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, well, Deef doesn't have it either because they're like super sunny and they don't need extra. The brain Deef doesn't move.
Aren't there certain parts of Australia that are like on the half hour too?
Yeah, that's right next to me. Yeah, Adelaide's half hour. That's crazy.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy. No.
It's like a 9-hour drive and you go back half hour in time. Like, it's weird.
You gotta commute to work and then you like,
that's
man,
weird.
That is crazy. What else would you want people to know? What's a deep, dark, pleasant, whatever secret that you want to share with the community that maybe they don't know about Rux?
When have you been clean shaven last? When have you shaved your old beard?
It was either pre-COVID or during one of our outages, because I've said it sometime, but yeah, Melbourne was the most locked down city in the world during COVID. Wow. So a lot of this reflection and where I wanted to be and everything, I think was really bubbling over in that time. We were like 360 odd days plus lockdown, and in like, I think it was 5 or 6 spurts. So even when we were let out, we had the fear that we're going back in. Yeah. And that was, the whole only allowed outside for an hour for exercise, not allowed to travel 5K from your home. They had hard lines of like certain areas that you couldn't go over. It was crazy. Like I absolutely lost my mind in that time. So jam. But as for secret, like a deep dark secret,
I think for DT4 for this show, you need to let your hair down just one time. We need to see the flow.
I could do that, but yeah,
we need to see the flow.
I got like a bit of a sketchy past, but so do a lot of people. We don't talk about that no more.
Look at the flow, guys.
Look at it.
I get really curly.
Glorious.
Jesus, that is the
literally.
you should You should be on a can of soup. I mean, that hair,
What?
Soup.
What?
like the
Talk
old
about-
time
Oh, it's hot
back in
though.
the day. Look at that,
Yeah, hair on.
Ruxy.
We're talking about that.
Ruxy, I think you should just keep it down all the time. I think that's your new look.
Ah.
Yeah.
In terms of going back to secret, I don't have a lot of secrets. Like there's certain elements of like my past that I kind of leave in the past. I always try and
Sure.
not dwell on darker times. And okay, that's probably a secret. Like I try and practice a Taoist lifestyle. So Taoism is the yin yang to a sense. Very much about balance. My background screensaver is a constant reminder where it's like discipline, surrender, and in the middle is flow. So I try and you'll see it. Sometimes I'll always sit on the fence or be devil's advocate. It's not because I'm like trying to be Switzerland or not take sides on things, but I always try and see things from other people's point of view and accept that their reality isn't exactly my reality. So if things happen and blow up and things get emotional or people say things and it's life. I don't take how they are acting as a personal reflection of who I am, and I will try and navigate that and just let people be them for better or for worse. And if it's so bad that it affects me, I just pay it no attention and I just kind of drift off sort of to the left and you keep going forward, because as long as you're moving and you're flowing, people will come and go continuously. That's just life. It's not, hey, I haven't talked to you for 2 weeks, we're no longer friends. Some of my best friends in this world that I grew up with and spent like 60 days staying at their house, and because their mama cooked some good food and like I never wanted to go home. I see maybe once a year, but when we catch up, it's awesome. So this whole like time bound and labels and life, I'm not for it. I'm a bit like hippie-ish deep down.
Well, yeah. Look at your hair. Like,
Like you're like hideous.
No,
You're
I
now-
love
you're-
that. I think that's such good. That's a good word. I like that.
You're now my
No.
Australian Miyagi. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Sketch. What Sketch said earlier. He said that he had a student in his class. So my student is from Melbourne. My student is from Melbourne and has heard of. There you go. Thank you. You can see.
Wait, starstruck from me? Nah. The student is tripping.
Hey, you're
I
making moves. You're making moves.
Like
over
you
there.
guys have no idea how much of just like a normal freaking person I am, especially around these parts. Like I'm having to tell people, it's like, oh, I heard you going to Chicago. And one thing about Australians, every now and then it catches you guys off guard, but like we joke all the time. Like literally 95% of what comes out of my mouth ends in a haha or a joke or a tongue-in-cheek. I don't take life too seriously. So I'm going around telling people, like, what's going on? Oh, you going to Chicago? Like, yeah, nah, flying over there, meeting my fans. We did a bit of a fundraiser because that's how much the Americans love me. How's your life going?
What's new with you? Hey, show
What's new with
the
you?
show the kangaroo pasture out back.
Man, my yard is terrible. I'm allergic
Do
to
it.
grass. Like that's
It's funny.
we're leaving that.
It's funny. I told Rux this a couple times. I think is like I was watching this show. It was about it's called Australian Opal Hunters, right? And it's based in Australia, of course, and it's where Cooper Pedy is, the Cooper Pedy mines of Australian opals, and that's all I know of Australia. That's in my mind. That's what Australia looks like. There's bugs all over their face, like there's like all over their face all the time, like they're always shooing the bugs off their face. And Rux is like, "Nah, dude, I live in a regular neighborhood."
I think I just shared it with Moj. It was like Australia and where the population of Australia is, and it's like the tiniest part of where people live. Because once you go into the middle, it's like arid desert. Like it's very, very, very hard to live out there. Some of the places in the crazy outback that like they build towns underneath the earth because it just gets too hot, and it's the only way they can survive out there.
The rains, the roads wash out. Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of crazy.
I've told you time and time again, Rux, don't ever burst my bubble dream. It's like a Wizard of Oz
Oh, yeah.
out there. I want it to be that way. I want to come and just have,
No, I'll definitely
all the
take you
glory.
out to those roo spots. Anyone that ever comes here, let me know if you're in Melbourne. I will day trip you out to where the kangaroos and that dream area is.
I just feel like I had beef. I don't know. I'd beef with the kangaroo because he would look at me wrong. You know how they
You
And
don't
they
want
just
to beef
come
with
at
the
you.
kangaroo.
I know.
Yeah,
They
that
will-
kangaroo would kick your ass.
I know you would, but like, what do you?
You don't get that
Like,
close to them. Like if they're wild kangaroos and you just leave them, and then there's some places that are familiar to humans. Like there's like a golf course about a 2-hour drive from me, and they love the golf course because it's fresh green grass all year round, right? And they're just so used to the people being there, they don't feel intimidated or anything. So you can walk like an arm's length away from them. Don't touch them, obviously, like it'd be crazy. But they're just kind of just laying on the grass, sunbaking, and just looking at you, just
That's hilarious.
You guys want to see kangaroos? Just go to Arizona. They have a kangaroo farm, and
now what you want to see
ostriches.
is the koalas.
no, I mean, yeah, no.
They sleep
No.
a lot. They
Cat-
are cute.
Cass
just
wants
hang
to
out
see
in
the
the trees,
koalas.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't they just hang
Um,
out in the trees?
We did meet somebody at the festival that we were at this past weekend that was from Australia, and he was like, "Man, and then he said, you know, we know somebody. He's in Melbourne, and he's like, Melbourne's like the place to be in Australia. He's like, that's where the art and the music scene is. He's like, there's a lot to do in Melbourne. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it is. It does have a bit of a like our crosstown rivals, where like Lollybag Mike and Sammy Sparrow, like that's in New South Wales, the one over Sydney, is what most people would know it as, because it's like how I know Chicago, but I would never
Right.
say Illinois. It's like Chicago. Oh, that's Chicago. Yeah. So Melbourne, Sydney, same thing. It's actually Victoria and New South Wales. But we got a bit of a little rivalry up there, where they're the biggest city and the most corporate city, and we're like, we don't want to be that anyway, so relax. But where Deef's from, like these got beaches like you would not believe. It is beautiful out there. It's a beautiful country out here. Like I'm really lucky. And then my hometown country, if you guys ever travel out Europe way, go to a little island destination called Malta. It's right under Italy. You'll have to zoom in on the map, and it's an absolutely beautiful Mediterranean island.
Nice.
I'm waiting on the VR experience to come out so I can just watch it from home.
Yeah,
The
Just
VR
walk around, you
it's
know.
out already. I'm sure it's already out.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I only have one last question in chat. If you have any questions, now's the time. Where's Grimley's the final question? We haven't had one of those in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you looking forward to most about coming to the States?
It's meeting you people, honestly. Just like actually meeting you guys in person. A lot of my life is like chatting to you guys, being online, which is fantastic. But also, as we were talking about before, having a break. Be careful of like getting digital fatigue out there, people, and social media fatigue. It's a real thing, and I don't think we're aware of it a lot. Sometimes it's okay to step away or not reply to a message and just have some time. It's okay. It's called direct message, not instant reply message too, by the way, peeps. Chill.
Amen.
But yeah, honestly, meeting you guys this year, it'll be surreal. And anyone that's in the chat, anyone that's not here, I have connected with so many genuine, awesome people. This community is filled with some amazing people, whether it's like talking to Vinyl and Moj about wombats, having a chat to BK, Jason, with Jason knows like every step of my house renovation pretty much. Like it's I don't know. It's those real conversations with just real people that makes like the art is just on top of that. But we're real people, and I get that as a fan as well. You know, you're gonna watch me geek out and have to try and talk to Prime. I'm gonna like
It's a hard thing to
I
do. To
love
talk to
that
Prime.
dude,
It is
man.
tough.
Like
It's hard to do.
He'll
Prime is tough.
probably only hug you like 40 times. It's cool.
but that like the meeting the people and then getting to be a fan myself, it's going to be a whirlwind of emotion. And the craft beer, I want to get me some good American beer.
Bud Light, some Bud Lights in you.
Nah, I'm good.
We'll get you
We'll get you on a Bud Light can.
an old style, good old style from Chicago. There you go.
Yeah,
I bet a Bud
no
there's
Bud Light, no Budweiser, none of that.
plenty of craft breweries and things of that nature here in the Chicago.
Well, in the world, but
surrounding area.
here in Vegas, that we got the best Bud Lights. Like on the strip. On the strip, you can get a fresh cold Bud Light.
Yeah,
No
all you got to
problem.
do is gamble $700. It's fine.
That's it.
Oh, no.
Free
Bud
beer.
Light.
No Bud Lights.
Well, Ruxy, man, obviously, you know that we all think very highly of you and love you to death. Obviously, it's been an amazing journey. And as we said earlier, I think it's just beginning for you. You've got a lot more ahead of you. Clearly, guys, go follow artdecipher.com. What is your social handles and any other thing that you want to promote very quickly?
Yeah, so at Rux1 or Rukzone, as some people like to say as well. Find me on Instagram. You can find the Art Decipher account through there, the Art Decipher site through there. Give Art Decipher a follow as well. Like, I'm still trying to build that utopia dream. I know it exists. I've seen it exist with the creatives now. Like, there's a good bunch of people out there that just want to do the right thing. We got people like Teeny Fletcher. Like getting to meet artists like that and connect with artists like that, who's just a freaking amazing human. We want to connect that bridge, lower that shipping, share art. Like I want Sketch in Australia. Who wouldn't? Like, and I want to get Teeny in. Teeny's already in the States, but more Teeny in the States. Like it's art should be worldwide.
We already have Teeny in the States. We got Ducci. So
that's tiny. That's tiny, not teeny.
So
tiny
the other thing, Ruxy, and I don't know if you've heard this, but they're going to take away TikTok from us. So I will be messaging you daily to check my TikTok for me.
There you go.
In Australia,
I don't have TikTok. I'm getting old, man. I can't keep up. I started IG when it was like, I could get 1,000 likes, and I got caught up in that whole, oh my God, I'm going to be famous buzz. And I went through the big depression when the algorithm changed, and I went from like thousands to hundreds to 50. And it's, social media is that make the real connections with the people, and
absolutely,
that's all that matters.
Absolutely. All right, so we are super excited. We're super excited to see your print that you'll be signing at the booth at Collected Con. We're super excited about your announcement for the toy. That's super awesome.
Yeah, we got the big booty, and then the little booty combo.
That's the show we will be applying for. I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, I need some customs. Like you can start thinking now, and you might be done in 2 years. So like, I want you on one of these, man.
It is.
There you go. E.
2 years. 2 years. That's a good timeline. All right, cool.
Hey, we have a final question, Grimass.
Uh-oh.
Which condiments in your refrigerator are mortal enemies, and why?
Ooh, okay. I think it would have to be like the mustard I got in there, because it's that real like intense English style mustard.
Okay.
So that is definitely the mortal enemy.
Like a Grey Poupon.
And it has to be fridge, because like I don't keep a lot of stuff in the fridge. Well, I'm throwing a caveat at this, Grimly, and then I'd have to say that it's got beef with the other guy that's in the cupboard, because that's separate turfs. So you've got the mustard in the fridge beefing with the Vegemite, because those two things they're too intense. They just don't get along, and I don't think they would go good together. Vegemite and peanut butter, they're good friends, and don't judge me, but peanut butter, Vegemite, and cheese sandwiches I used to eat when growing up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Vegemite is.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, and it's weird because there's all these videos of like people feeding it to Americans, and they'll eat like a spoonful. It's that you need like the tiniest amount, and it's plenty, but they'll give you like enough for 8 pieces of bread in one spoonful. I'm like, do you like it? It's terrible. But before we wrap up, I do have to say though, hot dogs aren't as big over here. We have Bunnings Snags. It's on my card. It's my foil, and yes, you put tomato sauce on. So technically not ketchup.
Right.
It's technically not ketchup, tomato sauce on a Bunnings snack.
It's red. It's red, so it's close enough.
Isn't it a brat? I thought you said it was a brat.
It's kind of like a brat. Yeah, it's like a thick sausage.
No, it's not a brat. It's like really thin, cheap meat sausage in white, cheap bread.
Are they actually hairy? Are they hairy?
Sounds delicious.
What is the word? What do the words in the back
put
say?
ketchup on it.
So I couldn't put it because it's Bunnings. It's a warehouse that stocks all the stuff you need to build a warehouse. That's a quote from a comedian. I can't actually take that, but yeah, it's just a big hardware store, like massive, and they do little fundraiser sausage sizzles, is what we call them, at the front, and you can buy those, and they're all raising money for their own charity, but they're on like every Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Monday, and
so you can see
they're a great hangover killer.
He was waiting for the hot dog ketchup question. He was waiting. He's like, I didn't get asked this. I've been waiting for this question all my life.
So
These are the
it's close
highlights. This
enough.
is the reason I
Thank
wanted
you.
to come on.
Thank you
Like,
for
I wanted to
answering
come
that.
DT4 just to get asked that.
It's close
I
enough.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's red sauce. It's ketchup. We're gonna go with it. So
It's not an official
Uh-uh.
DT4 interview unless we ask the ketchup question.
That is true. That is true.
And I want to say thank you for like letting me actually on to share, because as we said at the start, like we've gotten to know each other in patches. But I mean, I was already in like year 8, year 9 of this crazy journey of trying to do community arts and do this global thing. And pretty much Red has done what I've always been trying to do, but like a million times better and a billion times faster. So like props to that guy. I love Red. It's amazing. And it made me want to keep fighting the fight over here and do the same thing. We got to help each other out. It's not a competition.
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Well, amen to that, Ruxy. We cannot wait to see you in a few short months here in Chicago, and it's going to be a hell of a time. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up between now and then. So, guys, again, please give them a follow, Rux1 on the IG and artdecipher.com, and you can go pick up right now those 2 toys with the sticker pack and the goodies from the collab with him and Brain Deef, and then you can also go register for 2 weeks, a fortnight as they call it, for the custom show. And don't sleep on that. I know there's a lot of artists that watch this channel and are in the live, so go enter. We can't wait to see what you do with it. Rux, we love you, buddy.
We love you, Rux. We will see you next time.
Thank you so much for being here.
Peace out.
No
Rux.
worries. Love you guys.
Take care, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Another great guest.
And now
That
he gets
was fun.
Man.
It's just like I don't know. The trivia book is getting bigger and bigger, if you guys know that. So if you're in the chat, I would be making notes. You could win a lot of cool prizes someday when we have that trivia show.
And how blessed are we that we're in the era that we can talk to somebody in Australia and like we can have people in the chat from other countries and like we can all just hang out and chat together. Like that's really cool.
I never knew Ruxy got so upset when I DM him and he doesn't answer right away. So I DM him again and then I DM him again. Like I didn't know that. So.
Yeah. Rux is our cult leader.
That's what you do.
No,
I loved it and well said. And the Taoism, was pretty deep too. I think that's a pretty cool way to look at things.
What? What's a Taoism?
Isn't that what he said he practices?
Yeah, like
the
balance.
balance.
The balance. Gotcha.
So you had me second guessing.
I thought Ditto was doing another one of his big podcast words. I didn't know. I was like, what does that mean? Tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a freaking word of the day calendar. Anyway, no, but yeah, it's cool to see how he kind of his philosophy on kind of day in and day out life. It's easier said than done. It really is. Trust me.
Yeah. And I think his next creatives card, he has to have the hair out.
Oh, for sure.
They're saying he's a cult leader, and then this, if you see, he has the hair to be a cult leader, which it makes sense.
Yeah, he's an Australian Jesus.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be mind blown when you see some of the stuff we have planned for Collected Con, including our 2 Aussie brothers, Manny and Rux, that are going to be signing at our booth. So look out for times on that too. And they're going to be doing an LE print plus a lot of other cool stuff. And we've got other artists that we are talking to right now that might and likely are also going to be doing some signings and other cool things at our booth. So stay tuned. Lots of announcements coming very, very soon, guys. So DT4_live on IG. If you're not following it already, please do. We're trying to get better at, posting some more content and letting you guys know some updates and liking all the artists' cool stuff and, sharing some of those artists' cool stuff. Like Chris RWK, who has his new toy out, UVD Toys. Go get that.
That thing is amazing. I got
it
mine.
Is so cool. So cool.
Again, another good reason to join in the Instagram D24 is, again, EMB will be there tomorrow day through the night in Austin. And Kick Punch Bite Mouth is going to be doing these events. They're just going to keep going and going. He's going to have one like monthly, I think. So be on the lookout for some cool art and some live interviews. There's going to be some fun times to be had here coming up. So look on the back of his toy. Do you see how he gave us the DT4 shout out with the red 4? Do you notice that?
What?
Oh,
the 4.
Shit.
Yeah. See?
Wow, it does look like a 4. How
See that?
cool.
So give us the
Damn.
4.
That's
Pretty
what
good, huh?
we're taking credit for it, regardless of whether that's
It's ours. It's
Yeah.
ours. Copyrighted.
that's right.
BK, it's not looking promising, BK, but we'll talk about that later.
You had to put my
Container.
container in the
Well,
car.
yeah. So lots of really cool stuff coming up tomorrow, guys. We're probably going to wrap this up soon because we know you guys got to hit the road and be at South by Southwest tomorrow. How excited are you for this? When can we expect? What can we expect? Tell us real quick.
I'm probably not going to sleep tonight, honestly.
Yeah, he's still working on his custom.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably be up all night. I'm very excited. It's going to be fun.
We're heading out in the morning. As soon as I get done at my doctor's appointment, we will be.
Are you only going for Thursday, or are you going to be there for a couple of days?
Just Thursday. Yeah.
And who's the headliner tomorrow?
E.
That's a great question.
Are you talking about music wise?
Yeah, don't they have the music festival too?
It's everywhere. It's all over the town.
It's like all over the whole entire town, but I don't think that we're going to be at the music portion
you're not going,
of it.
okay.
Like there's going to be like probably like a DJ playing like music in the background, like at the event that we're at. And it's more at like, it's at a place called the Luster Pearl in Austin, which is like a bar type area.
Yeah, but it's big to where like multiple businesses across the city basically put on different artists.
Host
a lot of
different-
indie, a lot of big artists. A lot
Cool.
of it's just a huge.
It'll be really fun. I'm excited to go scope it out. So, but the hotel prices there are like astronomical. So we'll likely just drive back to my parents' house for the evening after we're done.
Now, how far of a drive is that from where you guys live to Austin?
From where like College Station to Austin's at
No.
like a 2.5 hour, 2 hour. But where we're gonna be to Temple, where my parents live, is only about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Yeah,
A little less than an hour.
A little less, yeah.
So
Well,
be on the lookout. There's gonna be some cool stuff going on there, and I don't know if we'll ever see a time where E Saldana, B Saldana, Sketch, myself, like all, and these other artists are all in one show. Like that's
yeah, you will.
You will.
maybe,
You will.
maybe, but that's
you
pretty
will.
crazy. That's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Well, and can we talk about the one
Where's
that got
Manny?
like announced today? The one that was discussed today, Rock? Can we talk about that
One
yet or
that
not?
got
What?
discussed today.
The,
Give me another hint.
I'm in the dark.
the Benny one.
Oh yeah, you can talk about that. That's happening. That's a done deal.
Yeah, because he talked about it on Whatnot today. So I think so.
Yeah,
There's another custom show that's going to be on a really cool platform. It's a vinyl figure that was put on or created by Mr. Mars and Benny at Tenacious Toys, and it's like a spray can that holds a spray can, and so he is wanting a lot of the artists that are on Whatnot to be involved, and so he reached out, and so that'll be April 11th.
It's a Thursday, I think, and it's
Thursday at,
Whatnot
like,
Con.
noon.
I have a
Yeah.
scheduled show. I already have a Whatnot Con show scheduled for that day, so I'll probably, I don't know if I'm going to cancel mine or what, but
I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, it's kind of screwy.
You didn't get in. You didn't get in on the Whatnot Con.
No, I did. But life, yeah.
That's the weekend that Maya has a dance recital. So we are in Whatnot Con, and we got like our normal time on Saturday, but we're supposed to be out of town. So we're still trying to figure out. That's also Big Dog Dave's charity event. Is that same Saturday?
That's the 13th.
The
Right?
13th.
Right.
And so we're still, trying to navigate all of that too.
But to what we were talking about is Benny from Tenacious Toys is doing a big show that day, and it's going to be all based on that figure. He's going to be selling blanks. He's got some glow versions. He's got a black version, and I think that artist is going to be in the creatives. He is amazing. If you haven't seen his art,
Mars. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it is. I met him 2 years ago. Had no clue who he even was, and he did the cans, the spray cans with the. Dude, I almost bought one, and I don't know why I didn't. Amazing. They're so cool.
I think it'd be really fun to have him and Benny on together to have a chat before, because he said something about, yes, this is going to be at Whatnot Con, but they're also going to have this and do custom shows on a couple other times. And so I think it'd be kind of neat to have both of them on together on DT4 to promote that and kind of show off some of the customs. I think that would be a neat.
Yeah. And he's going to sell the customs that day. So we have a quick turnaround. I guess he sent them out today.
Mhm.
So we have a very quick turnaround to do that show. And then he's going to sell the pieces on his Whatnot Con show. So
Yeah.
Also,
cool.
Rux, fun fact, apparently he wasn't wearing pants the whole time when he was on the show. Which,
Well, I mean,
Well,
why would he?
who is?
We
he
never
didn't,
do.
he didn't stand up, so I figured,
Oh.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
join the club, Rux.
Yeah.
It's called
I never wear
DTF for a
pants.
reason. Giggity. What?
Well, once again, thank you guys for being here and in the chat, making it a lot more fun. You know, we could tape these ahead of time and then just post them and not do it live, but there's something different about being able to like interact with y'all and the artists at the same time. That's kind of what helps build the community. And so we appreciate you guys being here and carving out time of your day and hanging out with us.
Awesome.
Amen.
But anybody else? We got anything else to share?
Tucci Tuesdays.
What's that?
Tucci Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, thank you, E. So coming up this coming Tuesday, we just had my show last night. It's like starting all over again. Next Tuesday, me and Tooch is doing a takeover of my Whatnot stream, and I got her last 2 boxes today. So I'll be loading everything up tomorrow. So if you guys want to pre-bid on stuff, I'll have all the listings hopefully done tomorrow, so you guys can pre-bid on some of her pieces. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a great show, guys. Go check that out for sure.
And Rock will be doing a live rendition of the Tiny Little Tucci song.
Tiny Little Tucci.
All throughout the show.
There's 2 things that's gonna have to happen. Either one is money. We're gonna be at a bar or something. Either money's gonna have to be thrown down or alcohol is gonna have to be thrown down.
All right, we'll get you to do it in Chicago.
Yeah. For sure, 100%.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, that's going to be a great show. So, guys, go bookmark Rock Inc. Toys over on Whatnot for next Tuesday, because that is Tucci. The spring break show. Also, shout out to Tucci. She's got this weekend, I think Friday, the Big Deck Energy show out in Arizona with a ton of artists that you guys know and love. So, you know, follow her on IG because she's been posting a lot on that too. So,
and they're Tucci size. They're little ones.
They're little.
They're cute. Some of them are so cool.
All right, guys. Again, thank you for hanging out. Please share this video. You guys can go back and watch some old episodes. There's some really good ones on there. I suggest you guys go back and check out some of those. But guys, thank you for hanging out. Everybody be safe, stay happy, and gosh darn it, guys, be nice to each other. It's super easy. Just do it. Please be nice. Good night, everybody.
Love y'all.
Bye.
See you in the next one.